What's up, guys? It's William from Negoronomy with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about some common scams that you'll be played on as a real estate agent if you own properties, renting properties as a landlord. I just saw this video on World of Hip Hop, and I had to talk about it because it happens all the time. It even happens to me. So, go ahead and so it happens to everybody, especially when you're a landlord. Now this happened to me. My house manager have done it before. Property managers have done it before. Even ex-girlfriends have done it before. And these type of scams are you're able to do it if you know the landlord. Like in this situation, one of the situation is I had a house manager who was running a rooming house, and what they did is they would rent out some of the rooms to other tenants that I did not know about. And because I'm an out-of-town investor, I only go there once a month. So I didn't know that tenant was there. Like the first time I went there, they said, oh, he's just a visitor. Second time I go there, I see him, moving in and have all this stuff there like he's a tenant, but he hasn't paid me rent. So, as a landlord, especially when you're running rooming houses and you have these house managers, you got to check these house managers every month. You got to go through each property and make sure that you lock each one of those properties and you keep the keys. Don't, if you want to let it show, then what you can do is just leave it unlocked and have the house manager show, but make sure you check on the property every month to make sure they're not trying to rent out the room to somebody and trying to get the first couple of months free instead of paying you. And then when everything goes bad and then they want to move out, then you have to pay to evict them, which is a costly process. Another one is I had this girlfriend. I was renting some property, some apartments, and she said, let me show the property to some people. And, I was out of town all the time, so I didn't know. And she was renting it out to family members and friends, and I wasn't collecting any rent. Or what she'll do is she'll say, I'll remind the tenants to make sure they pay rent, and then she would get the money and don't make any deposit. And then I have to go and chase around and find out if the rent is being paid. So very quickly, it's an ex-girlfriend. And I had this situation also. Other landlords' friends call me and say, watch out for this lady, because this lady did this to me and did that to me. So the word is getting out that a lot of scammers are out there. Even recently, in December, I rented out this house that I just bought. The people that rented out for me said they got scammed from another person. What that person was doing is collecting everybody's first and last and the security deposit from a whole bunch of people, and then when it was time for them to move in, he had already sold the house. So once he sold the house, there was about 4 or 5 people knocking down this new door, this new landlord, asking them to move in, and he didn't know what was going on. So there's a lot of scams going on out there, especially when you're a landlord. You gotta watch out for it. Friends, family, even girlfriends are trying to run scams because rent has gone through the roof, 2,000-3,000, especially in Canada. So let me go ahead and show this video instead of talking about it. y'all can go ahead and laugh at my pain. When I share this video. Yep. Oh Lord, it happens all the time. It happens all the time. Oh, let's see. We're going right here. Go make the video huge, make it huge for you guys so y'all can see it. And let's go ahead and watch this video. What went on there? Let me just play it this way. So y'all can see with all the marshals moving up there, they're not just doing a house, they're doing a whole building. And all these people, newly rented, see all these people, there's a whole bunch of sheriffs that they're not going for one apartment, they're going for the whole building. So the person that owned this building rented out all these tenants out, knowing that he just sold the house. But in this situation, it's going to be foreclosed. So they're trying to get rid of everybody. So before the foreclosure, so there was no way really to get around this because the people would have checked out to find out if he's a landlord, and he is the landlord. but they didn't know that the property was being foreclosed. So now they're all getting kicked out after this landlord who knew his property was getting foreclosed on. Now they're all getting kicked out, and he took all that money and ran off. The best thing you could do when this type of situation happens is you got to do a police report and then take it to court and get that money back. That's the only way that you'll get any funds back. Let me restart it again.
Down, Thomas!
And we have tenants upstairs.
Okay.
They said that they just leased this place in January.
Okay.
What is your information on this unit?
They're squatters. No one's supposed to be in the entire building.
They're squatters?
Mm-hmm.
So, he's saying that they're squatters.
But we just moved in here. She said I was supposed to come down and talk to somebody.
Okay. Yeah, so we have an eviction order. We're evicting the whole building. And then in about an hour, we're putting metal windows and metal doors on the building so no one can go back into the building.
But this is my whole thing. We just moved in here in January. We just moved in here in January.
Okay.
I gave my fiance $2,000 to give to the landlord, whoever owned this building.
Bank owns this building, and it was supposed to have been vacant. Mm-hmm. So squatters broke in. They changed the locks, put their own locks on there. And then
So you see right there, okay, so there's a correction to this video. It wasn't actually the landlord that was out here trying to make a quick buck before the foreclosure. He had already cleared everybody out and it was empty. So somebody that knew the landlord or somebody that was watching the house, which a lot of people do, they'd be watching the house, found out that the house was vacant, utilities were still on, broke the locks, and then start moving in people into the house who were not the owners. So that's a very key information here, is that when you're going to rent a property out, you got to make sure that the person that's showing you the property, giving you the keys, is the actual landlord or has a contract with the landlord. So with this situation, they probably don't have any contract with the real landlord. And then also the squatters, the people that show the room, have already disappeared. They've already run out of here.
and put it on Zillow, Craigslist, whatever, and then they rented it out posing as the landlords, and then they're scamming people. They're doing that to a lot of our buildings throughout the city of Chicago.
So y'all see the situation they're in now. This is some serious stuff. Yeah, guys, this is it's getting crazy out there, so make sure y'all watch out for the latest scams, because this is what is going on out here in these streets. This is what's going on out here in these streets. A lot of these people are getting evicted because of COVID. They weren't able to get evicted. Now there's a lot of empty apartments, a lot of houses, and a lot of landlords who have been bruised. You know, they're scared about renting, so they're leaving it empty until the right person comes along. But within that meantime, there's people also watching those properties, and they're trying to make a quick buck. So what I would tell tenants is to make sure that you're dealing with the landlord. You can always go down to, town hall, city hall, to make sure that the person that you're doing the deal with is the actual landlord, because you're handing out thousands of dollars. So you want to make sure that for an hour of your time, to make sure that it's the real landlord. So this is a advice for all the tenants looking for an apartment right now, because even us landlords, we get scammed too also. So that's what I'm trying to do this video, to make sure landlords and tenants do not get scammed by these people. But anyways, guys, what do y'all think? Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments down below. And that's all I got to say about this video. This is William from Negro on Me. Bye-bye.